Despite that tariff threat, the value of the ruble went up and the Moscow Stock Exchange rose sharply yesterday. Oil prices also dipped following the warning. Let's bring in former Treasury official and Morning Joe economic analyst Steve Ratner with his charts. So, Steve, your first chart shows how markets in the U.S. have been on the rise despite Trump's trade war. Show us and explain.
Yeah, I think all of us probably expected the markets would not behave very well with the trade war. But in fact, look what's happened. If you go back to the election last November, since the election, the market, the S&P 500 stocks of our most important companies, up 8.4%. And that has been amidst a lot of volatility. Remember, Liberation Day, down, back up again, and so on. But if you, as some traders have said, if you just closed your eyes on Election Day and woke up today, you'd say, hey, the market's done pretty well. Why is it done pretty well? A whole lot of reasons, but one of them is what we call the Magnificent Seven. I suspect Joe and others here remember that 1960 Yul Brynner movie, but essentially 7 stocks, which represent about 35% of the market. The market is weighted by the size of the company. 7 stocks have really been driving the market. So you can see here, the S&P up the 8.4% I talked about. You can see the Magnificent Seven stocks up 14%. And so that has brought it all up. Without those stocks, or if you weighted them equally across all the 500, the market would only be up 3.3. So what have we got? We've got Tesla up 26%, even after all the commotion since the inauguration, where Tesla has gone down, 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 but it's still up 26% since the election. Meta up 26% also. And a lot of these companies are AI. That is really a lot of what's been driving these big companies. Meta, Microsoft, NVIDIA, we talked about in the right before the hour. And as Mike Allen mentioned, what Trump did was he banned their chip, the H20, from China. Then the CEO went to see Trump. Then he unbanned the chip from China. And Meta stock is up 17. It'll be up 5% roughly based on pre-market trading today after Trump reversed himself. Amazon up 13%. Amazon's down a little bit since the inauguration because of the tariffs. Google up 8.4, but Google is really I'm sorry, this is the S&P. Google up 7, but it's actually been down since the inauguration because some of these AI companies threaten its search business. And lastly, Apple, which has been suffering from China issues. They sell a lot of phones in China, or at least they used to.
Yeah. So Steve, we've been talking here consistently about whether the market would absorb the tariffs. The market is absorbing the tariffs right now. It reminds me of the talk we had during the Biden administration about the economy continuing to grow even as interest rates went up. The Fed continued to try to tamp down the economy. It didn't do it. I'm curious if you're starting to see now any divide between what's happening on Wall Street and what's happening on Main Street, because, I'll catch stories here and there that will talk about how credit card debt is up higher than it's been for working Americans, middle-class Americans, that savings rates are down, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Do you see a divide between what's happening on Wall Street and Main Street, or is this an economy that just keeps roaring on?
It's an economy. Roaring is probably a bit more than of a word than I would use, because the growth rate this year will be more like, more like 1.4% instead of the 2.8%. Ironically, we had in the last year of the Biden administration. But what you can see here is that economists are starting to bring their estimates of recession down. They went all the way up here over 40%. Now they're down closer to 30. They're always going to be somewhere around here. It's only a slightly elevated prediction of recession. So the answer is yes, people are still out there. But part of why the market has been so quiescent lately is what's called the taco trade. I don't know if you've talked about the taco trade on Morning Joe before, but it stands for Trump always chickens out. And so what you can see is the enormous difference in how the markets responded to tariff threats back in the spring and how it's been responding now. So in the spring, when Trump did on April 2nd, the so-called Liberation Day, market plunges, bounces around, Trump pauses the tariffs, shoots back up again, and you get all this. Since July 7th, Trump has made a whole bunch more tariff announcements, reciprocal tariffs delayed, copper tariffs announced. He sent 30 letters in here to countries saying he's going to put big tariffs on them. He went after Brazil because he's trying to get Bolsonaro to be treated better, one of his favorite right-wing strongmen, and then more tariffs on EU and Mexico. But the market barely budged because people just don't take all of this so seriously anymore.
So, Steve, on that
let's
point,
talk about it.
Go ahead, Joe.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jonathan. No,
All right, on that point,
It's all you.
on that point, Steve, the idea that this sort of baked in, there was also real thought that when the tariffs hit, we'd see inflation soar. But walk us through what we have actually witnessed.
What we've actually witnessed is not much of anything, in fact. Inflation has been coming down, 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 as everybody knows. And here's where we are today, roughly 2.8% on what we call core inflation, not including food and energy, and more like 2.4% if you include everything, very close to the Fed's target of 2%. We're going to get a new CPI this morning. It projects a slight bump up, but not much. And so, yes, the tariffs have not really had much of an effect. Why not? Some of them have been paused. Companies have found workarounds, what's called transshipping. You send the goods to another country where there are lower tariffs. A lot of games are being played, but the fact is it hasn't really materialized yet. And so that is another reason why the stock market is happy. And then lastly, and these are not unrelated, interest rates are a big deal in the stock market. When interest rates go up, people take their money and put it into bonds or into other kinds of money market funds that are now yielding more. And the vice versa. So if you look at interest rates since the election, they've essentially gone up and down and been volatile here and there, again, April 2nd and so forth, but essentially really have been pretty stable. And so this has also provided a bit of a tailwind to the market.
All right. Morning Joe economic analyst Steve Ratner. Thank you so much. Moms and dads, you can now get your kids ready for summer camp.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Going back to bed.
Steve's generation had Tonto and the Lone Ranger.
Yeah.
Lone Ranger.
Brady Bunch?
This generation,
Yeah.
Well, your generation had Brady Bunch and All in the Family. This one has Ratner and his charts.
Absolutely.
The kids love it.
Thank you,
and
Steve.
He's really big on the YouTube. Steve Ratner,
he's so
as
tired of
always.
us.
Thank you so
All
much.
right,
You know,
so,
he'll rack up like 1 million views on YouTube.
He does get a lot of views.
Every time.
No, that's not.
It's just like, it's
okay.
big.